All right, so Zach, um, let's imagine BYU is like a class system. It's actually called a caste system. But think of like olden times when you kind of think of like the pyramid where there's like the king at the top and then you get like nobility and things like that.
Uh-huh.
So let's imagine that's BYU for a moment here.
Okay.
And where would you place yourself if it was a caste system? Where would you place yourself and why?
Good
You can
question.
take a minute to think about it if you'd like.
Yeah. I think I would have to. Wait. So who's in the cat? Are the teachers and everyone else in it too, or just students?
Yeah, it's up to your interpretation.
Okay.
Like your knowledge of the BYU kind of hierarchy and system.
I think the teachers, professors are part of that. So I think
Yeah.
the administration. Kevin Worthing's number one. He's
Okay.
going to be the king. They're going to trickle down to some administration. They really have a lot of influence over our lives. The professors are going to be there. There's going to be some students. There's probably some students that are a little more influential than others. And I put myself probably in the upper half, maybe like 60th, 70th percentile, because I'm a senior. I'm accepted into a major, so I'm doing things. I'm where I kind of wanted to be a few years ago.
Okay.
And yeah, so that's where I put myself, kind of in that in the upper half of where the students are. But
The upper half of the students. So where would you put the students? Say if it were to be a pyramid.
below the top faculty and the professors.
Okay, so kind of like the middle ground. Is that kind of where you're thinking? So there's like the students is a big area, and you're thinking upper
the
60th.
students probably cover like the bottom 80%.
Or the bottom 80%. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm kind of like the upper half of that bottom 80%.
Okay, great. Thank you for respond.
Okay. What are the 4 classes again?
So you kind of like the way you see it.
I come with
Yeah,
my
kind of how
classes.
you envision it. Yeah.
Oh, I put myself with the lower pests kind of a people.
The lower pests, okay.
I don't know if pests is the best word, but
Okay, no, that's okay.
sort of the lower peasants. That was the word I was looking
Peasant,
for. Peasant
okay.
group. Mainly because the main reason why is because I don't feel very intelligent next to other people. I feel
Okay.
like I am at / below average of normal smart people. Pretty much everyone I know is really smart, and so I feel like I am kind of at that level, if not lower. But when it comes to like RB legends, like playing ball,
yeah.
I would act myself as a king, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh,
Because it's
yeah.
called King of the Court, you know what I'm saying?
You're making a cut. Oh, yeah, great. Okay, great, thank you. And you, Alexis, what are your thoughts?
I think I would put myself in the middle.
The middle, okay. And why?
Because, well, thinking differently than as Jason,
She's a more positive thinker.
I think that the lower level would be like the lazy people, like people that don't really care about anything. Not smart people, because I think all of us are smart and intelligent, but so lazy people, they don't care about life. I think I'm like kind of in the middle because I'm not too crazy about life, and there's school
life.
Okay, good.
Very
No,
different than
but-
mine.
Good.
I mean, there's nothing evident here. We're saying-
Yeah, I hate school, but I also understand the importance of it. So
Within that system, and why?
With the hierarchy, kind of like
Yeah,
medieval times.
yeah. If you just imagine how it's set up now, and where would you place yourself, and why?
Oh.
So you can kind of divide the groups up however you want, however you see it.
Okay, well, I'm thinking like medieval times. You had the upper class. They were the rich folk. They had money, and they were like, they had all the power and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You always had the polar opposite of the peasants, like in Monty Python, the Holy Grail, like the people who were just making mud mounds, like
Yeah, great. So who would those people be in BYU?
the freshmen.
Freshmen.
Mud mounds
The mud mounds.
Mud mound makers would be the freshmen.
Okay.
The upper class hierarchy would probably be USA.
Okay.
They would put themselves up on a pedestal. I'd put them on a pedestal. In the
Okay.
sense that, student body wise, we're ignoring the administration.
Okay.
Student body wise, BYUSA is up there. Athletes would be the immune class.
Ah.
They would be the upperclassmen as well. More like the I don't want to say like the warriors, but like the leaders of the war, like the war leaders in a way. I'd put myself more of like, almost like the jester,
Okay.
just like.
And so where do you think you'd rank in between the athletes, BYUSA, and the
As the
freshmen, the mud mound
I'm
makers?
kind of like off to the side, but
Okay.
like a little bit lower than the higher class, but like maybe not like a mud maker necessarily,
Not a mud maker.
because I'm not like I've been there for a couple of years.
Okay.
I'd say a merchant.
A
I'd probably say a merchant.
Okay. The
Yeah,
merchant of
like a
BYU.
businessman in a way.
Okay, great. No, that's a great response. Thanks for your thought and participating. There we go.